the top things I love about the bedding most, one is ease of use. So it's super easy to use. There's no waste. There's no dust. It soaks up the urine. There's a nice aromatic smell to it. It's very zen, holistic, just clean smell in the barn, and the overall cushion to it is a lot more comfortable for the horse. So the process for putting the bedding down, always go in, make sure your stall is level, at first, so level out any little pits or anything these guys have little ruts from digging around or where they like to lay. I bring in a bag of water activated pellets. I take a botfly knife, which almost any horse owner has nearby, cut an X in the top of the bag, add probably 5 to 10 gallons of water, let that start to activate the pellets so they fluff up. Once we get that base fluff, go ahead and dump them out in the middle of the stall, spread them out, and then I bring in a light hose with a nozzle, mist that down, let them finish activating and fluffing all the way up, and then bring in the regular shavings, the hemp bedding shavings, add that to the top, and spread it out, and you're done. It's easy. This product, when it comes to the dust factor, so a lot of bedding, all bedding prior to this, if it's the large flakes, the small flakes, the pine, if you're using the other alternative materials, if you're getting bulk bedding, it's all very, very dusty. That's hard. That's hard on everybody. It's hard on people. It's hard on the horses and their respiratory system. It wreaks havoc on the barn fans that always have to be cleaned. This has no dust. I don't have horses coughing and sneezing like we used to have. I'm not having to clean fans on a regular basis. What we have here is a waste manure pile from a 17-horse barn. This has to be disposed of and hauled off multiple times a year. That is all pine bedding. Your pine bedding takes 2 to 4 years to decompose, where your hemp bedding only takes less than 90 days, where the hemp bedding turns into more of a compost pile and you can use it to refertilize different vegetation throughout the property. But I can tell you it's completely a life changer. So instead of having to go in and scoop up your big wet spots that turn orange and they stink and they attract flies and it's bad for their feet and it's heavy and it's just not a fun part of horse ownership. With this, if there's a urine spot, you literally just take the pitchfork and just kind of sift it back and forth, almost like a little Zen garden, and it somehow magically dissipates. So you don't have the urine smell and you don't have the deep wet spots. But it took me maybe 10 minutes to clean an entire stall, versus with a traditional bedding, by the time you scrape out the deep smelly urine spots, you're probably looking at 20 minutes. This was 10 minutes, sift it, and you got the great Zen holistic smell to it, and you're done.